Hi, welcome to Mastery Muse. You know, when I started my coaching qualifications 2 years ago, I asked about a specific model because our coach was giving some structure and I asked him, what about GROW? You see, GROW is a very basic model and very strong one to help guide thinking processes or even meeting with different people and guiding and structuring conversations. So for me, it was a very clear model, and the answer of the coach really changed my mind and changed my perspective a little bit on it. So I want to give you this model because you might use it for your own thinking and structure. And then I'm going to give you an upgrade to this model. So what is GROW? GROW is a model that's been developed for coaching, and it's been developed by John Whitmore. I already mentioned him when I explained the difference between learning and coaching processes. GROW stands for 4 letters, 4 steps: goal, reality, options, and way forward. See, I wrote them down on my fingers. Not because I would forget. Okay, so G is a goal. This is the purpose of a meeting, what you want to achieve alone or with a different person. Then the reality is your situation now. What resources do you already have? What strengths? What limitations? What is the time, maybe time constraints? All those things that impact the goal and are here and now, you should write down and reflect about them or discuss them in case this is a conversation or a meeting with someone. O stands for options. Once you looked at where you are now, you can look at the next steps and consider different opportunities, different choices that you could make in order to get to the goal. And once you consider different options, of course, you choose your way forward. That's the W, the last step. And there you write down some concrete commitments, maybe with a deadline, just something that you decided that you're going to do. That's it. That's all about GROW. I learned about it when I was researching to create a sales coaching guide at Swarovski. And we used this model to also structure the conversations of leaders with their direct reports. In the meantime, I'm using this model a little bit differently than I used to. So before doing my coaching qualifications, I would think about my conversations in this GROW way, just have 5 to 10 minutes about the goal, then 10 minutes about reality, 10 about options, and 5 for a wrap up and the way forward. And this way you can structure mini coaching in half an hour or like mini problem solving session. It's really nice because when I would drift away and tell some funny stories to your friend or a conversation partner, you can always bring yourself back because you know whether you were talking about options or still reality, or whether you don't even have a goal yet. So in that sense, it's a very useful model. However, in the coaching context, it takes sometimes really a long time and considering a lot of aspects of reality before a clear goal is articulated. So this is why in the coaching context, I kind of started looking at this model in with more flexibility and not being so obsessed about the R reality, because it doesn't really matter that much where you are. Of course, it's important, but you're considering it anyway. So I don't really need to ask about it and talk about it so much. So what happens in the coaching sessions usually is that of course, not all of them, but the way I like to do it, the way I learned it from my coaching school and teachers was to, of course, have a goal or some kind of a vision and try to clarify this vision, strengthen this vision as much as possible. So it's not so much talking about reality, but really like catapulting the person into the ideal future. And only from there, taking the options and the next steps based from the starting point, which is the reality. You can, of course, keep GROW as a good model to grow yourself, to grow others, to solve some problems and move forward in your life and have also more productive meetings, which is something I also wish you. And the year is coming to the end. So I might include some self-reflection exercises in order for us to wrap up this year together and be prepared and start the next one with a lot of strength and a lot of power to make it really the most amazing year we have had yet so far. That's it. Take care and see you next Friday or in 2 weeks next Friday. Bye.